You know, Invention of Lying was such a strange premise to start with.
Yeah.
You know, that you've taken the audience to a completely different world, but it's not science fiction. It was really a leap.
It confused a lot of people,
Yeah.
I think. I think it confused them because it started off like a really quite acerbic, strange, high concept thing, and then went to a sort of sweet romantic comedy.
Right.
And I remember I did a focus group. I didn't want to do one. They said, you've got to do it anyway, right? And we went somewhere in the valley, right? And 40 people. And then you have to hide at the back and they asked questions, right? And what did they think about it? They go, yeah, they liked it. Yeah, they go, oh, yeah, fine. And there was one said, and then you didn't like it. I didn't like the religious undertones. I went, oh, okay, like that. And then, and did you spot anything? She put her hand up and said, oh, in the wedding they didn't have a posy. Oh, same woman, right? And then they get asked, is there anything you'd change? And this woman put her hand up and said, I'd put Jim Carrey in the lead. We can't do that. We can't change that.
Yeah, it's a little late. It's a little late.
I laughed out loud. And they put it like that.
But it really was like a fable. You know what I mean? It was like a fable. And I don't think that we make film like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very unusual...
Yeah, it's very odd now, isn't it? I mean, Hollywood is Marvel, and the film industry is now sort of festivals where real films are seen, and they're both getting hammered by Netflix and TV. That has been beating film for like 20 years, if I'm honest. You know, it started with HBO doing things like The Sopranos and The Wire, so much better than any movie, you know. And now, why pay $10 to go and see a film you might like, or like just like one you saw last week, or start a new series on Netflix from around the world? I don't think I've watched an English production of something for about 2 years. These Scandi dramas. I mean, they're all stuff about serial killers, but Copenhagen and Belgium and you know, Israeli production. You've got the whole world now making the best of their country. Why are we focusing on what's on Channel 1 tonight? Well, it's crazy.
And also, comedically, Netflix just defended Tom Segura when they came up with all those... There was a lot of people offended about a certain word that he used, and that... Thank you. And Netflix basically...
They were shouting at you, by the way. They weren't... That was nothing to do with what you're talking about.
That happens to me once every show. That's kind of my audience catchphrase. But Netflix basically just said, hey, we have a lot of other shows. You know what I mean? We have a billion other shows.
It's the only answer you can give. It's not for you.
Yeah. But the networks, I guess, feel like they can't.
Well, because they're usually beholden to someone, which could be advertisers, which could be shareholders, which could be just public demand, and they cow and they break down and they give in.
Yeah.
And if you ignore it, it goes away. What can they do? What can they do? You didn't like it, fine. That's your right. It is your right not to like anything I do.
Yeah. I guess none of them like anything that you do. We just started clapping like, yes.
You should celebrate. You should celebrate my right,
Yeah.
I often tweet. You won't like all my tweets.
Yeah.
Just to remind them.
But how many... You and I know quite a few people that have been pulled down because of something they've tweeted, or they've at least lost that platform.
Yeah, I don't know why, because... you know, I know people apologise because they're promoting a movie and the studio makes them and they want the big bucks for the movie, or they work for someone, a network, and it's taken away. They've got a handcuffs deal, but if you totally work for yourself, which I do, and you can walk away from anything because you don't, then you're bulletproof. I mean, I'm not, unless I break the law, and I'm not going to break the law because I'm scared.
I know
I'll end up in a cell with Bill Cosby.
That'll be one funny show, though, I'll tell you that.